Okay, so this is how I hook up the ETs. The meditation. First off, I form in my mind and my spirit what I want. I lay down, meditate, bring my heart to my head, and in my little world, my visualization of the spirit world, my information, I get information going, and I visualize me holding a camera at 12 o'clock tomorrow. I see a clock at a time. At 12 o'clock, lunchtime tomorrow. Me holding the camera or on a tripod. I'm looking through the viewfinder and I see the UFO and I'm following it. Okay? Then I get that as real as I can, because what you're doing in the first illusion or second illusion is the dream space. You're praying, you're forming your bubble, you're making your reality. And what you're going to do is you're going to take what you create, what you want, and you're going to send it to the ET. That's how they communicate. That's how your soul communicates. But you're bringing it to the physical within the mind and the body and the physical world. So you create in spirit what you want as best you can. Sight, sound, smell, okay? In the physical world. Then, after you created it, you leave it hanging there. And then you bring your heart to your head again, do it again. I call in Christ consciousness, because just in case you never know, I've been through it. I am never doing it again. I have 5 years of hell to tell you about. Watch the videos where I screwed up. And you bring the light and innocence to your head. Get rid of your ego, because you think you're great. You're not. You're just. So get rid of the ego. Then, if you know the ET you're hooking up to, chant, I will myself to Freddy the Alien. Freddy, Freddy, Freddy. If you know the name of him. You'll go right face to face with your spirit to him. Now you'll see him. You'll see him. All of a sudden, here he is. And I reach out with my soul, and I put my hands on him, on his shoulders. And my hands, if they go through him, I'm too high or too low. So I go up, and if it gets worse, then I come down, and it'll get better. And pretty soon I'm touching him. I can actually, right, touch his skin. And that's his ethereal skin, his soul you're messing with. So you don't mess with him, you just feel. Once you got him, you can like tap him, hey, and he'll look right at you. Oh, it's you, what do you want? That's how easy it is. And then, as soon as you get his attention, well, actually what I do then is, I go right to his heart, to his inner light, to his innocence. His innocence is now talking to my innocence, and I'm observing from my ego, okay? And then, from my ego perspective, my soul, I just go, boom. Don't say nothing in your mind. It's not, if you start talking to ETs and ghosts and spirits in your mind, you're pretty much going to put a bullet in your head in a few years for what happens, okay? The true way of talking to spirits and aliens over long distances is through spirit. Once you're with your spirit, you can communicate without words. It's just impression upon. What did you do today? You experience it. Wow. That's how it is. You send, he sends, you receive, you see it. That's communication in the spirit world. And that's the way it should be done. That's how it's done universally. So what you just dreamed up in the astral plane, in your spirit, you just give it to him. Give him the impression. 12 o'clock tomorrow in the backyard, over my head, I want to see the craft. Okay? That's it. Now, that's if you know the ET. If you don't know the ET, this is what you got to do. What you want is a nice relationship with an ET that has innocence and God and knows the universal laws. And you don't. How do you get that? Well, you can't ask anyone on the planet. No one can give it to you. You got to learn it yourself. And if you really have the desire to talk to ETs and do CE5 stuff, or even more, sky's the limit, you go to your inner light and you ask your God. You ask God. If God is in you, the spark in the light in you is a part of the Creator. And the part Creator is a part of everything that's in the fucking universe and multi-dimensions and multiverses. And it is going to take you and guide you to what you need to learn. But if you're talking and you're listening and you're receiving from your inner light, it's going to keep you safe, okay? Because that's what the Creator wants you to do. You should be learning all this from your mother, other loved ones within Christ consciousness, getting familiar with it before you go doing it to ETs. Okay, so you ask your inner light, I want to hook up to nice, innocent ETs with the creation, with creation's laws, universal laws, which, if you need to know them, hook up to Meyer, look on the Meyer website. It's all on there. Don't go to other pleasure people. I don't want to get into it. It's on another video. So that's what you do. It's that simple. You go to your heart and you ask. You lay down meditation and you ask your heart. And keep asking, don't stop. And pretty soon you'll be dreaming it, you'll be going there in no time at all. And then, because you're in the body, you got to construct it. At least for me, you got to construct it. And understand and control it, because you're informing your brain, okay? You're informing your brain about the CE5 context. So you got to construct it. So what you do is, like I said before, you lay down in bed and you meditate. I want to see the UFO tomorrow at 12 o'clock. So you have a program set. You went to the ET, you hooked up to him, you gave him what you're asking for. Because you're going to be rattling off in your head and he's just going to be going, what the hell? What? He's going to be going, what? I already done this. He's going to be going, oh, well, whatever. And then off he goes. Nothing's been done. All you hear was you going, blah, 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 blah. So you take the information you created in the spirit world and send it to him. Then, don't hang on, don't worry about what's going to happen. Immediately, as soon as you send it to him, come back, bring yourself back to consciousness, let it go, and think about sex. Totally disassociate yourself. Think about your mother. Think about your girlfriend. Think about the job tomorrow. Think about other things. Anything. Let it go. Totally. In your mind. Forget about it. As best you can. Play a video game. Go take the dog for a walk. Anything. Totally let it go within your heart. Now, when you let it go, and you totally let go of it, spirit, soul, and mind, you let go of the information you just sent him, well, he's got it. So he's going, oh, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. Wow, this is going to be great, man. He's all pumped up. He's like, wow, you sent me the message. Nice and clear. I got it. So he's flying. 12 o'clock tomorrow, I'm going to be there. I'm going to blow his mind. And it's fun. I'm getting tingles just talking about it. And that's what he does. And he'll come and show you. But don't fuck him. You got to be there. You got to be there. No screwing around. No screwing around. Even if there's clouds. Be there. Now, if you can, go out there at like 11, quarter to 12. Sit in the lawn chair. Spiritually hook up to ET. Not as much. Just feel him. Chant his name. I want to feel. I want to feel. I want to feel. Think about him. Hook up to him and you'll feel him. Then, just say, I'm ready. 12 o'clock, I'm ready. Here I go. And you'll start feeling impressions between him and you. And he'll say, I can't do it. I can't do it. And he'll give you a negative response. I can't do it today. That's it. Pack of shit going. Don't even worry about it. When you learn this, it's just like riding a bike. You just learn it. And then, or if it's going and everything's working out, even if it's a bad day or a clear day, you never know what's going to happen. All of a sudden, he's going, are you ready? Get ready. Any minute, any minute. Just turn on the camera in the one spot you wanted. And then you can break it down even into finer details. Well, can you make a left-hand turn to make it? Because everybody doesn't believe everybody believes it's a balloon and not this. So you got to form that in your astral plane into the information bomb. Give them the information bomb that you want the craft to go. Okay? And send them that. Keep doing that. But start off just for yourself, because you're not trying to prove this to anybody. You're trying to do it for yourself. And that's the only way it works. For yourself. When you're totally confident 100% in yourself to do it, well, now the next step, proving it to the public. Proving it to people who can accept it. Okay? And that's a whole dichotomy of crap you got to go through in your own psychological makeup of putting it to the public. Okay? I went through it. It's there. Maybe it ain't. I don't know. But everybody's different. But if you're going to show it to the public, there's a whole bunch of things that can happen. And they ain't gonna. If you're out to impress your neighbors or a girlfriend or something, it ain't gonna happen. This is for you. To get you in tune, in alignment, and learn and experience, okay? And you want the fucking footage, because sometimes you don't see the craft. That's why I take it back and watch it in emboss before I do it. And then ask to see it in your backyard. Holy shit, there it is, it happens. Ask to see it going by the moon. When the moon's overhead in the daytime. Ask to see that passing. Now remember, you got to filter out balloons, you got to filter out birds, you got to filter out insects, you got to filter out seeds. Certain times of day you got to filter out early morning or late evening. You got to filter out satellites. Not everything that passes is gonna be the UFO. There's tons of stuff in the atmosphere. Okay, even planes, high enough planes on your lens will look like a UFO. But it ain't. No chemtrail, just a plane going by. You'll think it's a UFO. Me too, I do it. But it ain't, it's just a plane, okay? A Learjet at 75,000 feet. And the sun's right. It's going to look like seagulls, same thing. Seagulls, ring-billed gulls, when the light hits them right way, shine silver. But they're white. There's no silver on them, so figure that out. I don't know, but they do. They shine silver. So everybody thinks the fuck seagulls got a UFO because it shines silver. Alright, to the naked eye. So you gotta think all these things, but when the ET craft shows up, you're gonna know it. You're gonna get tingles. Okay? Now, sometimes don't just get disgruntled because you did everything right, you hooked up the ET, you gave the information bomb, and nothing happened. Okay? Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Keep sending him the same message. So every day, ask for tomorrow. For the week. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But every day, ask for the same thing. And then once you get it 5 times, change the program. Change what you're asking for a little bit. Go the opposite direction. The same type of craft will go the opposite direction. Do that, then change it up again. That's what I did for the last 20 years. Okay? Then there's times when you're out in the country and not in the city where you're going to see big craft, bigger craft, shit that's going to blow your mind. You don't even think it, you think it's a jet. But it's not a jet. It's craft. That's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow. And then sometimes, I don't know, the big, giant, huge craft, in my case, it's a big, giant craft. It's red. It looks like a big, giant egg. It's the size of I don't know, it's huge, man. It's red, dark, bloody red. Like ketchup, but fuzzy. And it sits over here, this is sitting over the neighbor's house, across the way. It was over the house, and the tree, and the yard, and it was over it, and it was like this big. So it was over a suburb, over one guy's property, circling around. I'll make a video about it. So, But those are special, and those are different kind of things you can go into. For my race, they won't show up because they don't want to send the public in a bad way, right? So they don't play in probable realities. They ain't going to show themselves over a school full of a bunch of kids and scare the shit out of kids, and all the kids' probable realities they were living is going to get changed from their sighting. They don't do that. That's creation's laws. You can't interfere. But a little tiny dot in the sky ain't no one going to see except the government. When you want the jet to come fly and shoot it down, or try, or chase it around, or whatever, and then you get it on film, and that's golden, man. But yeah, so I get probes 95% of the time. I get these little tiny sphere probes. Sometimes they're big. Sometimes they take different shapes. More or less they're just round. Sometimes I get a bunch of different ones sitting around a cloud, floating around. I had one 65 minutes over my head, which was over a tree, about 1,000 feet over a tree, a couple thousand feet over a tree, sphere for 65 minutes over one tree, and I was right underneath of it, filming straight up. I gotta load the video again. Not a balloon. And that's how I did my CE5 for these things. So yeah, and sometimes you get special craft, other kind of secret things they got going, you know. It's really cool. I got the bubble craft that's clear. It was racing alongside the cloud, the chemtrail there, and it was a bubble. It looked like a bubble. You'd never see it in real life. He just said, point the camera at the cloud. There was like a broken chemtrail, and I just felt, and he said, point there. So I did. I'm filming the chemtrail nice and slow, and this thing went, a bubble went. I got it. I'll load the video again. But anyway, it blew my mind. I almost missed it on the review of the video. I'm glad I caught it. But you gotta look. You gotta be careful, man. And this bubble has got to be the size of the 747, and it was just a clear bubble, but you can see it. It had like color to it. You'll see when you watch the video when I load it again. But anyway, there's 100 reasons why. That's another video. But basically, that's what you do. That's what I do. And I've been doing that for a long time. And break your ego in meditation. Bring your heart to your head. Break your ego. Get rid of it. Reprogram your ego from your inner light. Now, you're going to get juiced. When this happens, you're going to get juiced. And you're going to feel God. Okay? I call it juice. Some people, when they get juiced, they hang there forever. And they won't come down. Okay? And, you know, you can go on to all the gurus and watch their stuff. They were juiced. They lost it. Okay? Get back with reality, man. Because you don't want to be that guy. Because you ain't nothing. You can walk around and be an arrogant, peace, light, and love asshole all you want. Have your little clique of girls that you screw every night. And they're all glossy-eyed, worshiping you. You want to be that guy? Nope. That's what happens when you get juiced. Don't get juiced. Because when you get juiced, something's going to knock you down. You don't want it. So stay down low. Be cool. Be with Christ. When you get juiced, Christ is not there to knock your ass down. If Christ is not there to knock your ass down, something else is going to come knock your ass down. Because you ain't the shit. It's a big fucking universe out there and you ain't nothing. So when you start walking around representing, yeah, really? Have you learned this lesson? Bam! You're dead. Happens all the time. Alright. So don't get high and all cocky and fucking peace, light, and love and walk around like your crap don't stink. Oh, that irritates me, man. I'll never be that guy. Anybody who fucking looks at me like that's gonna get a freaking broken jaw. Alright, later.